Okay.
Super Eagles, banana, Super Eagles, banana. Super Eagles, banana, Super Eagles, banana. At least we can talk now.
It's 8:16. We're taking on 1 minute.
Okay, your moments. We're coming in on Zoom, so I didn't set up a stream there.
Welcome inside the locker room.
Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. It is a beautiful Monday morning, and it is the Smooth Breakfast. Yours truly is Ayokunmi Kekireko, and it's time to take a walk into the locker room and talk about sports news. Yes, that's what we're all about every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:15 on your Love Music, Love Life station. That's what we do. And I'm not doing this alone. So much to get into. Tega is in with me in the studio this beautiful Monday morning. Tega, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm still trying to get over the traffic.
Schools have resumed, so yeah.
Schools have resumed. Was that
Yes,
school traffic?
I think so.
Just to come into VI?
I guess so.
Oh, okay. All right. So, good morning, everybody. If you're still in traffic, more grease to your elbows. But if you've made it through like me, a good cup of water would be good for you. All right. So we had a great weekend and some bragging rights this
Oh
weekend.
yes.
Yeah. So this was a good
Shoulders are
weekend.
high.
See, I'm even wearing green. This was a good weekend to be green. All right. So we'll talk about that. How great our weekend was. We'll also talk about the U.S. Open and Yannick Sinner winning the U.S. Open. And support applauding. Support just like close the ball. So we'll touch a little bit on that, and then we'll talk about what happened in the Euros, and sorry if I say Euros,
Nations League.
UEFA Nations League,
Right.
and the matches to come. All right. So before we do any talking, though, Ayo, tell us how can we be a part of the locker room this morning?
Alrighty, so the locker room, you can join us as always. Share your thoughts with us on WhatsApp on 0809 440 981. 0809 440 981. We're also streaming live on YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. You can see Tega in her bright green and white shirt. Nigeria all the way. Ibukun on YouTube says, why is Tega looking frozen? I mean,
it's cold. Don't you know that it's good? See what I is wearing, see what I'm wearing. It's cold, Uncle. It's always cold.
Okay, let's jump into the story. Just a rundown of really quickly what we're going to be talking about concerning Morocco 2025. That's the AFCON. Eguavoen talks about momentum as Eagles land in Kigali. Nigeria's Oluwafemi Ayo breaks powerlifting record, wins gold medal. Yannick Sinner storms past Fritz to win first US Open title. Ruiz double helps 10-man Spain thump Switzerland. No change of plan for Deschamps despite France's defeat by Italy. Ronaldo strikes lead to seal Portugal win over Scotland. Modric lifts Croatia to win over Poland. Injured Calafiori misses Italy's Nations League clash with Israel. Let's begin at the beginning, of course, where all Nigerians are talking, and that has to do with the Super Eagles. Now, Coach Augustin Eguavoen says his squad is on a momentum as they countenance Tuesday's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match against the Amavubi of Rwanda at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali.
Oh, yes. So coming off a brilliant weekend for them, tricky first half where they could have scored more goals, but getting the goal at the right time just before the half was brilliant, and then ending up the match with a 3-goal win. Look, the thing about Augustine Eguavoen, as we've seen from his time at the Super Eagles, you know how we won best team in group stage and then we crashed out around is that he's like Coily Sue, when it's good, it's very good. When it's bad, it's horrid. So as much as we're celebrating this win, and I was happy. Nigeria just needed a break. How can you go for World Cup qualifier? The football is not pretty. The result is not pretty. But this one, the football was pretty. The result was great. We needed a break from that. But you look at that team and you're like, okay, if you get into a tough match where there's not so much room for you to play your football, can you come away with the same result? Those are questions that Super Eagles and Eguavoen will have to answer. Maybe further down, Rwanda could even give them a tougher test. But let's see how that pans out. But it was a brilliant outing, and he's saying that's the best team. Look, I saw the team list. Individuals were great. And I don't know that I really have problems with the Nigerian individuals because it's not like a club. You can purchase players.
Right. So you need to work with what you have.
You need to work with your natural resources. That's how countries work. But so it was a good team and it delivered on the day. But I still watch that team and I'm like, that defense is a little shaky. That midfield is not as fluid as it should be. But hey,
baby steps.
I will take all 3 points every day of the week and twice on Sunday. I will take 3 points for now. and that's what we got. So against Rwanda, let's see, that was at home. There's a different kind of comfort you have at home.
True.
And it's different from what you have away. So let's see how they perform away, if they're still going to be great. And then if they are, then we know that this is a tricky one. But remember, Augustine Eguavoen is not the coach. He's the interim coach. And he's the technical director of the Super Eagles. So he's not like the coach. So we want to know if he has a successful stint, maybe they'll give him the job again. So let's see how it pans out.
Let's see how it pans out. It's going to be very interesting times. But the important thing, Super Eagles tomorrow in Rwanda, just another 3 points.
That's all you need to do for now.
Simple. All right, let's move on to more stories and let's head into the Paralympics. Now, Nigeria's Folashade Oluwafemi has just broken her world record in the women's over 86 kilogram para powerlifting, becoming the first para athlete in history to lift 166 kilograms.
Yes.
Absolutely fantabulous.
Massive. So the world record was hers before she left Nigeria. So I know a lot of us talk about world record holders and we've just tell me also, our para athletes have a lot of world records.
They are paraing.
Thank you. They are paraing. But Folashade was the world record holder, and then she went into that tournament and then broke her own record, coming back with a gold medal. Fantastic outing for her. It wasn't such a great outing for the group as a whole, because at Tokyo they won 10 medals, here they won 7. But you see, after the horror show that we had at the Olympics,
we'll take what we can.
Look, if you saw the way I celebrated the first bronze we had, I don't want to know whether we win again. I was hopeful that we win because we have a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
For me, Lucy, what's her name? Lorita not winning a medal, just missing the podium, was also shaky for me. Good news was one of the medal hopefuls I counted, and she didn't make medal. So for those are 2 medals I was expecting to dance for, but I take 7 and a world record to go with it. So it was a good outing, but there's still a decline in the sports industry, because if you're not getting more medals, you're getting less in the next major event, then you have to start questioning what you're putting in. Definitely. And how much you should do better. But 7 medals, I take it. We came back. We didn't even make the table on. Do you know that we didn't make the table on the Olympics?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, our name was not, Nigeria was not on. Almost as if we didn't participate.
That's what's going to be a excursion.
As with the whole crowd. So we're one of our largest contingents in a while. So I was very happy about this outing. 7 medals. Paralympics is over. Congratulations to Team Nigeria. Congratulations to Folashade for the world record, and congratulations to all the athletes, that won medals. Well done.
Breaking world records is not something for everyone. Just reminds me of Mondo Duplantis when he just decides, you know what, I think I'll break a world record today, just by a little bit. These athletes, as far as I'm concerned, are superhuman.
Yeah, each world record $100,000. Cannot talk to people anyhow. After world record, you can't call their name.
Is it too late?
Yeah, you have to call auntie.
It's too late.
It's too late. Don't go and be like that, Valentina Petrino.
All right. Let's talk tennis. And of course, the US Open now. World number 1, Yannick Sinner, stormed past Taylor Fritz to win the US Open and secure a 2nd Grand Slam title of the year. Sinner, despite all the cloud and everything,
Literal cloud. What is wrong with you? Why are you like this? Why are you dropping some? All right. But let's go to the story. Yeah. So remember that a few days before the US Open, was literally a few days before the US Open, the report came out that he'd been cleared of all doping charges, and everybody was like, when did he have doping charges and you're clearing him? So of course the shroud of uncertainty, non-clarity, and all of that, those questions are still hovering. And it made matters even worse when he went all the way and he won the US Open. But look, it was a brilliant performance by Yannick Sinner, and of course with the Americans enjoying themselves and playing at home, and they're saying, oh, the first American man to get into the final since 2009. Some people are celebrating getting to the final, some people are celebrating trophy. There's levels to this greatness.
Indeed.
So whilst the Americans were celebrating getting their athletes there, this other guy was waiting to just get another Grand Slam. Because remember, he's world #1 player, but Carlos Alcaraz has won 2 Grand Slam. He only had the Australian Open. So he was looking for another Grand Slam to just make his name. By the way, the next era has already started. Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner are the people to beat.
Laying down the marker.
Yeah, just take it to the bank. Both of them won all, except they divided equally the Grand Slams this year. But it was the way he went through it, because every time he stepped on court, there were questions. Every time he stepped into a press conference, there were questions. And those questions must come because you're playing in a sport, and it just came out that even if it wasn't necessarily preferential treatment, it looked like preferential treatment. Past athletes are asking why. Current athletes are asking why. That means there is no clarity on the issue. And so he understands that part. He's like, I understand, I'm going to deal with it. He just put his head down and faced the tennis on the day. And he was able to conveniently dismiss, and that's conveniently dismiss Taylor Fritz. That's what it was. 3 straight sets. I didn't expect any more from Taylor Fritz. But brilliant performance by Taylor Fritz. He can take his own wins in little margins. On the women's side, Aryna Sabalenka won the US Open. She was by far the best player on the circuit at this time. Rybakina out with we don't know if it's injury, sickness, or there's something else happening to Rybakina, because Rybakina's year has been tricky.
Village people.
It's been tricky, so we don't know what Rybakina's real story is. Iga Swiatek has been struggling with her serves. Coco Gauff has been struggling with everything. And so, of all the notable names coming into the US Open, Aryna Sabalenka was the only one who delivered on her notoriety and on court, and by far the best player at the tournament. So congratulations to her. Again, the Americans were celebrating getting a woman into the final. Other people were celebrating trophies. It is what it is.
It definitely is what it is. And you know what? Talking about Sabalenka, I think she becomes the sixth new winner of the US Open on the women's side. It really is the wild west.
No, it's the wild west in that place. Anybody. I mean, think about it. Till today, people are still questioning, wait, did Emma Raducanu really win the US Open? So people are like, Yelena Ostapenko is a Grand Slam winner. You just hear these random names of people that have just won 1 Grand Slam and they disappear. Like Vondrousova, win Wimbledon, disappear.
It's amazing stuff what's going on in the world of tennis. We'll talk a lot more about sports. On the other side, we're going to be talking about the Nations League.
Can we take 1 or 2
messages?
Let me
see. Okay, let me do YouTube. Padre Pio, I don't know which one it is, says, congrats to Nigeria on the win and congrats to Victor on scoring from the bench. Still a lot to work on, but happy we won. Ion Fedada says, Ademola Lookman is indeed a very fantastic football player. No wonder he made the Ballon d'Or shortlist and definitely is a favorite for the African Player of the Year award. Let's just bring it home.
All right, let's take that quick break and we'll be right back. More, I did outside. Let me thaw. No.
Not yet.
So just set up and shut down when we are done. That's it. Set up before we start, shut down when we are done. More is cold and I'm always wearing shorts.
Funnily enough, it doesn't feel that cold this morning.
Now you wear sweater.
No, normally I would have zipped up to my neck.
But you still wear the sweater. You don't understand?
Make it offer.
Offer.
If you short for me,
if you short for you, offer. If you short for you, offer. It's not cold. Not cold. Me, I'm freezing my butt off here. It's not cold.
Did you come in with your AC in the car?
You need your AC in your car.
That's it.
Don't you need
That's
AC in
it.
your car?
Early in the morning, not so much.
No, I didn't. I didn't come my usual time. By the time I came, the sun was already out.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. When I didn't see you earlier on, I just said, oh, Tega didn't come in at the usual time. She's coming in on Zoom.
You know what?
So she mentioned she saw. So Tega doesn't. Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I came in.
I had to come down to check myself. Yeah, it's not possible because I know you're MO.
Yeah.
If you don't come in before I come upstairs, you are not coming in.
I actually said that you'll be shocked when you see me.
I was because I was setting up here, so I just could come back and set up on the phone.
I came in later. I was like, cars will not be on the road. True. Cars are not on the road till we're coming into VI. The traffic to get into VI.
Mr. C said the same thing, that getting into VI was a problem this morning.
The traffic to get into VI is madness. Why are we all working in VI? These are the questions.
I don't have a response for it. But these are the questions. Anyway, sure. The time I come in, I don't be saying anything for road.
Do you understand? That's my usual time. But today I woke up really late. I woke up at 5:30. I was like, huh? I didn't want to come. But because of what I did last week. I have to come. Yeah, you can't be bad. Be bad. You have to redeem yourself.
At least something came out of it. At least.
Do you understand?
At least. The question now is, when is the next one going to come?
I mean, does it require another email?
So that's the case. Please just get one in your draft ready. In case.
I have to be a good girl.
I'm not when I said that this man comes today because we need to talk. Door, please. We need to talk because.
Meanwhile, they like to also we're packing.
Let's finish this one first. You're welcome back into the locker room on Smooth 98.1. We love music, we love life, we love sports as well. It's a smooth breakfast. My name is Ayokunmi, and of course, the one and only Tega is in with me in the studio this morning, talking about sports and what's been going on over the weekend. It's been a weekend full of a lot of happenings. Join us and share your thoughts on WhatsApp on 0809 440 981. We're also streaming live on YouTube. You can find us at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. Yes, we're streaming live. And you can see that I've ditched my winter coat because someone dared me to.
Yeah, so and you better stay like that till the end.
I will stay like this till the end. I will. Indeed.
All right, so let's jump into next story before we start taking the messages. Messages are coming.
All right, let's talk about the world of football. And of course, the Nations League, where Spain's Fabian Ruiz scored twice as his 10-man side defeated Switzerland 4-1 in the pouring rain in Geneva to earn their first victory in Nations League Group A4 on Sunday and inflict a second successive defeat on the host. After that kneeling against Croatia, Spain said, lightning will not strike twice.
Exactly, we must do something. And what was, I think, again, the match showed why weather is important to football. Because apparently it had been raining all day in Switzerland, and then during the match, the rains were heavy. Ball was not moving. So tiki-taka wasn't tiki-taka, but they had to. So it actually is a plus, or is impressive that the Spanish had to change their football or had to adjust their football to the weather conditions, because the ball wasn't everything was just heavy. The ball was heavy, the players' legs were heavy, the field looked soaked. So it just wasn't working. But somehow they managed to play their football, and it was important for them, especially after the horror show over the weekend. You have to understand that it wasn't that Spain couldn't have won that match. It was that everybody wanted to touch the ball before they put in the back of the net. There was no direct football. There was no clear-cut plan. Almost as if tactically they didn't have any halftime team talk or pre-match training. So they just had to find a way to redeem themselves. So yesterday was about getting results, and they got a fantastic result. 4-1. They did manage to win that one. Congratulations to them. Let's see how it goes. I like the way UEFA Nations League is. There are consequences for your action. Yeah, unlike regular friendlies. I was one of those. I didn't really like the UEFA Nations League when it was brought out. I was like, what's all this extra competition for? People just want to make money. Whilst that is true, there's also the benefits. Friendlies, if you lose, you win. It's just a friendly. UEFA Nations League, there are consequences. You drop to the lower
relegation in quotes.
Relegation.
That's what's up. All right, let's talk about France, who have been going through difficult times. Anyways, France manager Didier Deschamps will stick to his plans to make multiple changes and will rotate the lineup for Monday's Nations League clash against Belgium in Lyon. He said this on Sunday. It's not getting any easier for
It's not
Deschamps
getting
and,
any easier.
and
So
French side.
remember when I was saying on Friday that neither the French nor the Italians did well at the Euros. But I expected that the French would win.
I was shocked.
When they scored that goal in 23 seconds, I was like, I told you people, they are going to beat them like a rubber. My brother.
Oh my goodness.
The humble pie, I ate it, I was full. There was no space to even drink water. That's how much the humble pie was. 3-1 could have been worse. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, the French created one or two chances where they could have put the ball in the back of the net from. So you look like the likes of Ousmane Dembele, one of the players I don't even have. I've never been one of those who would have been impressed by him. As far as I'm concerned, ever. He's just a sprinter on the football pitch. That's my own. He only knows how to run. I know some people say, oh, but he's scored some fantastic goals. A broken clock is right twice a day at least.
Ouch.
So Ousmane Dembele for me has never been that player. The players in those like Ousmane Dembele, Leroy Sané, you can't sell them to me. In fact,
you're familiar with their game.
You can't sell them. Jack Grealish, you can't sell them to me. Nothing you want to tell me.
But he scored on Saturday now.
Who cares? I would score against Ireland. What's that? But this was actually really tricky. There were chance after chance, and especially with the way Mbappe came in after scoring his first 2 goals for Real Madrid. He was supposed to come into the team with confidence. He had chances that even he blew. I was like, uncle, it must be a problem with the French. And Saliba, who people have been talking about how great he is defensively, for the 3rd goal, he was disgraced, embarrassed. In fact, if he were to transfer out after Saturday, the price would drop at least by 50% for that defending. So in every area of the pitch, the French are struggling. They're going to play against the Belgian side. Now, Belgium won their own match over the weekend, but they're going to play against the Belgian side who are not really in the greatest of spaces, but they've somehow found a way to get the results on the pitch. It doesn't get any easier because it's Belgium. If they were sliding in with one of those Liechtenstein, Lithuania, all those countries that you
just
can
use that to build confidence.
Confidence, yes. But against Belgium, who also have some kind of reputation on the line, it's going to be a tricky one for him.
Definitely. Okay, Tega, before we leave this one, I mean, looking at what Didier Deschamps has done with that French team, won the World Cup,
he should come and be
back-to-back finals. I mean, should he do a Gareth Southgate and just say, maybe I can't do any more with
He's
this
not
team?
even supposed to do a Gareth Southgate. So shockingly, the French Federation have changed their principles because it used to be that you had 2 tournaments as a French coach.
Okay.
The only other person that they broke the laws for was Raymond Dominic, and we know exactly how that ended. It ended with players slapping themselves. Then the president had to call them to a private meeting. You remember that disaster of so it happens. So that was the first time that they broke their criteria. So you would expect that they would have learned from their mistake and they won't try it again. Look, the Deschamps has done as well as he can with the team. Move along, let another person come in. As the fresh blood is coming into the team, so should fresh ideas be coming into the team. I think it's time for him to move along. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying if there's a system, stick to the system.
All right. Okay, then, still stay with Nations League football. Cristiano Ronaldo's late strike sealed Portugal's 2-1 win over Scotland as the 901st goal of the striker's extraordinary career completed a staring fight back in Sunday's Nations League
My goodness,
clash.
this was tough for Portugal. They scored, referee like offside. There was like, Cristiano Ronaldo was like, that's crossed the line. Please, I'm telling you, believe me, I swear, it has crossed the line. It has crossed the line.
Hurricane, is that you?
It was so bad. And then the Scottish looked like they were going to get away with something. It would have been unfair. But kudos to the Portuguese. They just kept pressing and they just kept playing. And I like that spirit, Sometimes it's not the greatest of days when you play football, but you have to find a way to get the result. And then having Cristiano Ronaldo, a proven goal scorer, 901 goals. Even if he starts padding, you said go and start pad and bring 900 goals.
That's
Let's
exactly
see.
what I tell people. They
Yeah,
say, "Oh, he's coming
even
against
if it's
Moldova." Why haven't other players
oh
done the
yeah,
same thing?
go and you said go and start pad. I'm not the biggest Cristiano Ronaldo fan, but this one 901 goals. They don't pick it from anywhere. It's not like somebody else scored and they gave it to him. It is his goal.
Exactly.
901 goals.
It's not.
You
It's
can't
not
start pad that
beans.
number.
It's not. It's not
Even if it's
beans.
tapping, Yusuf, go and tap it.
If it's that easy,
If it's that easy.
go on, as they say. All right, still talking about the Nations League here. Croatian midfielder Luka Modric scored early in the second half to secure a 1-0 home win over Poland in their Nations League A Group 1 clash on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a
Briefly.
weekend of, it was pretty much a weekend of pensioners because Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 901 and then Luka Modric, because right before Luka Modric scored, I was, it was with a group of people that were talking about him and they're like, this guy should retire before he stains his...
He turns 39 today.
Yes, before he stains his record. Why would you tell people when to retire? I always say this, let them play as long as they want to play. Just leave them. You don't win an award in your office every day. Why do you expect that footballers will win awards every day? And so it was a struggle, but he took it upon himself. Like, this Croatia is my team. And he got them the goal and the 3 points that they needed. Crucial goal, crucial 3 points. Everybody, that's all I can say.
At this time,
At this
everybody
time.
must keep quiet.
I don't want to hear any more retirement talk. But I mean, at this point in time, like I said, Croatia is a small country when you think about it, and they're going to have to really look for new players to come in because the legs that they have now. Look, Luka Modric is one of them, but they're a lot older.
And these boots are big boots to fill.
So they have to bring in the younger ones now that he's still there, so that the handover would be a little seamless. Nobody should be expecting a lot of results from Croatia right now. Give them time to build, and then they'll get where they are. But they need to start infusing a lot of new blood into their team.
Definitely, they definitely need to do that. And finally, let's talk about Calafiori.
Arsenal fans, look away.
He'll miss Italy's Nations League fixture against Israel with a calf injury. That's according to the Football Federation, who made this known yesterday.
That thing was a calf injury. Did you see the tackle? That tackle looked like he stepped on just a little above the knee, and then Calafiori's leg twisted under. How did it become? Anyway, I'm not a doctor. I wasn't there. They say it's calf injury. Let's take it. Let's take that calf injury. Let's hear what the Arsenal medics say it is. That's what we're waiting for, because now he's gone back to Arsenal and he will continue his rehabilitation there. But it's a tough one for Arsenal fans. Remember last season, it was Timber that they bought. One game, he was out for most of the season. And this season now, they brought in Calafiori. First of all, Merino was injured in training for Arsenal. Then Calafiori now gets injured for his country. And they face Tottenham next. So if you're an Arsenal fan, like I said, look away. Don't close your ear. You can hear, but look away.
North London derby.
Yeah, it's interesting times.
Not the best game to actually, get back into like that.
The good news for them about the North London derby is that Tottenham have not even been the brightest bulbs in any room. But then again, when it comes to rivalries, it's not only about form.
True, very true.
You can come on the day and Tottenham will play blinding football, and again, it's immediately after the international break, and you don't know what form your different players are coming in with. Declan scored yesterday, brilliant goal, and he had a brilliant performance all round. Who else for Arsenal has done well? Calafiori was doing well until they injured him. So you look at the Arsenal team and you say Bukayo Saka was not bad, even in the 2 matches he played. So you look at the Arsenal team and say, okay, maybe they'll do good, but you have to also consider wear and tear. Because if you have more big name players, chances are they played a lot of time for their country, and they're going to play a lot of time for their club.
Still so many games to come in the season. Still very early.
Yeah. All right, so let's take the messages.
Let's take the messages as we round
No,
up.
let's round up with YouTube first.
YouTube. Okay, who else is talking to us? Ayonfeda says 901. Crazy numbers, man.
I'm telling you, very crazy numbers. You can't buy it in the market.
At all. This is from Anthony. He says, the match the Super Eagles won, where are they on the table? Well, top of the table. First game of the qualifying series for the Nations Cup 2025. So they are top
because remember that
right now. Yeah. AY from Oniru says Ademola Lukman for the African Player of the Year Award
Yep,
2024.
yep, yep.
That is my candidate on
Yep.
whose mandate
I will stand.
That's
That's
a
good
worthy
mandate.
mandate to stand on. Really. Nee says, just like Pep, I'm under pressure to win the AFCON. That's Eguavoen. He don't
Look, Nee.
has it entered his head?
Leave this place. Leave this place.
Oh my goodness. Cruz says, I beg, if you make very good hot pepper soup, Tega and Ayo need your services. Don't say I did not need to help you plug in your market.
Abi, no say we didn't help you plug
I will
your
not say
bucket.
no to hot pepper soup right now. Senfaju says well, footballers are trying actually for players to change due to the current weather conditions, and you have to adapt
You have to adapt
to the conditions that you're facing.
No 3 points.
Oluwaseyi says Nigeria should hold the win. They need it at this time because of all the economic issues they are facing right now, especially since we did terribly at the World Cup qualifiers. Last, we go hire a local coach because we don't have money to hire a foreign coach, and Super Eagles will still break Nigerians' hearts because that World Cup, I don't see us qualifying. We dropped the ball on that one, I think. No, now.
Be
There are still
hopeful
games
now.
to play. Oh.
Be hopeful.
There are still games to play. Okay, this is off. Okay.
Yeah, this is off edges. That's why I say always watch us on YouTube. All right. So want to thank you for sending in your messages to WhatsApp. Want to thank you for streaming on YouTube live. And remember, everything that is on YouTube is not going to come on air. So always stream on YouTube. All right. Want to thank you for tuning into Smooth 98.1 FM to listen to the locker room. Till I come your way again on Wednesday with another win from the Super Eagles.
Amen.
Bye from me.
All right, thank you for your messages and tuning into the locker room right here on Smooth 98.1. Keep it tuned because Lagos, you're going to get talking at 9 o'clock on Lagos Talks. It's going to be a very, very interesting conversation. Don't go anywhere. You don't end the stream.
Yeah,